Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going over a product that I'm very excited to go over. I mean, I'm not sure about some of you, but I do know some of you are gonna like this product. The others, I'm hoping to convert. And that product is Zest Tea. No, not Zesty, Zest space tea. And it's the most caffeinated tea out there. At least that's what they're claiming. There are actually a couple of other companies that are starting to pop up that may or may not have a little more caffeine, but from what I've seen, Zest Tea has the most caffeine. And we can talk all about that in just a minute. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If it's your first time here and you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night. You can also follow me all over social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Caffeine Man 1. Also feel free to check out Campus Protein. I'll include a link down below for all your pre-workout needs, and you can use coupon code CaffeineMan2 to save you some money. And today, we're going over a company called Zest Tea. And although they did actually send me some tea bags, we're not going to be going over the tea bags today, because I'm not sure how many of you actually care about tea. But as my subscriber count grows, I'm guessing there's going to be some more tea people out there. So a tea review coming maybe in the next month or two. We'll see how it goes. So instead, we're going to be trying out these. These cans are filled with extra caffeinated sparkling teas. And I'm briefly going to go over the company, then I'm going to go over the healthy ingredients. Well, they're all healthy ingredients basically. And finish up with a taste test of all 4 flavors. Timestamps down below so you can go where you want to go. Zest Tea has been around since around 2014. They first came out with their highly energized tea bags, and in 2015, Zest Tea's bag line was named the best new tea product at the World Tea Expo. But it wasn't until early 2019 when they decided they were going to release their cans. With the huge success of the tea bags, a lot of people were asking them, when are you going to come out with an iced tea? So they decided, rather than releasing an iced tea, they were going to release a sparkling energy tea. And why a sparkling energy tea as opposed to an iced tea? And the reason for it is because they can see the rise in energy drinks and how popular they've become. And they also see that rise in energy drinks happening in a much more health-conscious world. James Fail, the founder and CEO of Zest Tea, sat at a conference that most people think it's usually just old people that drink tea. But it is actually a proven fact that the people who drink the most tea are millennials. I was surprised to hear it too, trust me. But if you think about it, it actually makes sense. Millennials were brought up in a much more healthy environment. I mean, the baby boomers, they could care less about sugars. The Gen Xers like me, it wasn't until the end of our generation where people started being more health conscious and a lot more sugar-free options became available because of it. And that paved the way for the millennials coming into a much more healthy world. And the people that would probably be most interested in this drink is what they're calling the Millennial Knowledge Workers. What in the world are Millennial Knowledge Workers? I'm glad you asked. Millennials grew up in a digital era. Anytime they needed an answer to a question, they had the answer at their fingertips. Inevitably, they learned faster than most other generations without even knowing it because they have a thirst for knowledge, and anytime they have a question, they can get an answer immediately. So when they go into the workforce, due to their drive to learn more and grow, most millennial employees last, on average, about 2 years at a company. Now that might actually not seem that long to some of you, but in 2 years, they can gather a lot of high-value knowledge and gain work experience before feeling the need to move on to bigger and better things, where they can learn more and earn more. Whereas Gen Xers usually last about 5 years, and the baby boomers, 7 years. So where am I going with all this? Well, coffee is the most commonly known drink to wake you up in the morning. But not everybody likes coffee. It tends to be a bitter drink, so unless you're putting a lot of cream and sugar in it to cover up that bitterness, you need to enjoy a bitter drink. And then, once the caffeine in coffee wears off, you got the potential for a caffeine crash, and if you put sugar in your coffee, a sugar crash as well. Tea is the next best option for millennials, and to a certain extent, because it's a healthier option, it's not the second best option, it's their first option. Tea is the second healthiest drink on the planet, and coffee isn't first. Tea is full of antioxidants and just has tons of healthy benefits. The problem being that tea doesn't really have all that much caffeine, until now. Now, millennials can get the same amount of caffeine as a cup of coffee in their tea. And when you add up all the additional health benefits, all the antioxidants that it has, and the super healthy extra added bonus of L-theanine, Well, I'll be getting into L-theanine in a little bit. You can bet on that. But the beauty of L-theanine is that it helps increase focus and gets rid of any jittery feelings of caffeine. So when you need energy at work and need to stay focused, these drinks do that for you. Therefore, Zest Tea has become very popular among millennials, and it's spreading into a lot of other age ranges as well. And it even became so popular among millennials in a healthy energy drink world, they decided to go with a healthy, sparkling energy tea. Just grab a can in the morning and you're good to go. No fuss, no muss. Okay, enough talk about snowflakes. Let's get into the ingredients. First, we'll talk about the regular 3 flavors, and then I'll briefly talk about the zero sugar one. Oh, wait, sugar? I thought you said these were supposed to be healthy energy drinks. Well, yes, but sugar isn't entirely evil, unless you have it in high doses, like most things. But what's considered a high dose? Well, the American Heart Association recommends no more than 35 grams of sugar a day, and the average American actually has about 70 grams per day, more than double the recommended amount. And when it comes to sugars, there are lots of different kinds of sugar, some that can be less healthy, and some that can be more healthy, even though it's sugar. And one of those healthier sugars is pure cane sugar, which are in these drinks. Each can contains about 12 to 14 grams of pure cane sugar, which is a healthier sugar, and it's really not that much at only 12 grams. Now, depending on the flavor, these drinks have between 50 and 60 calories, 0 fat, 0 protein, and a minimal amount of sodium, like 50 milligrams. For your B vitamins, it has 130% of your daily value of niacin, 120% of your daily value of B6, 150% of your daily value of B12, and 100% of your pantothenic acid. How about caffeine? These cans have 150 milligrams of caffeine, and that's for a 12-ounce can, for a total of 12.5 milligrams per ounce, which is more than your standard energy drinks like Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, and so forth. And these drinks have 100 milligrams of L-theanine to help with focus. Let's talk L-theanine. If you haven't watched a lot of my other videos, any drinks that have L-theanine, I love them. And here's why. L-theanine is an amino acid, and it's mostly found in green tea and black tea. It is one of the top ingredients for mental concentration and focus, as well as many other brain functions. Research has found that people that took 100 milligrams of theanine made fewer errors in tasks that need attention. On its own, theanine may improve a person's attention and reaction times, but in combination with caffeine, it can lead to improvements in number skills, alertness, and focus. Caffeine is a stimulant, so it does help people stay alert, but just drinking 50 milligrams of caffeine with 100 milligrams of theanine helps improve people's focus. Now, there have been several studies showing that theanine could help people relax before bedtime, get to sleep more easily, and sleep more deeply. A 2018 study found that people reported a much greater sleep satisfaction after taking 450 to 900 milligrams of L-theanine for 8 weeks. Therefore, it makes sense that it could help reduce the jitters from caffeine. Theanine is good for lots of other stuff too, not just for helping in energy drinks. Several studies have suggested that taking L-theanine could help boost your immune system, making it less likely to get your common cold and the flu. L-theanine may also help reduce stress. And with that reduced stress, there's increased relaxation, which can help lower the heart rate, which in turn may help lower blood pressure. So theanine, it is good stuff, people, I'm telling you. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more drinks having theanine in them, and there are actually some who already do have it. So let's briefly go over the zero sugar option. It has 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 fat, 0 protein, since it's all zeros, but it does have 6 grams of carbs and also has 5 grams of sugar alcohols. Not sugar alcohols. It doesn't have any B vitamins in it, and for some reason they dropped down the caffeine content to 120, putting it on par with all the standard energy drinks. So what does it use as a sweetener? They use organic erythritol, which is, I am a huge fan of erythritol. I've mentioned that in a lot of my other videos as well. It's a sugar alcohol, so it has all the benefits of sugar without the calories. And it's about 70% as sweet as sugar. So not as sweet, but still good. And it also uses organic stevia extract, which I'm not really a fan of, because the taste is, it's not so good. They don't use that much of it, and most companies don't use that much of it because of the taste. And stevia is all natural because it comes from the stevia plant. And actually, all the ingredients in all these drinks are all natural ingredients. So I've told you all the good stuff. Time for the true test. Let's taste them out. Just gonna go to my Caffeine Man fridge and grab them. First up, I'm going to start off with the 0 sugar option. This one's blackberry lime. And I want to start off with the zero sugar option first, because when it comes to sparkling beverages that are sugar-free, it's really difficult to achieve a good flavor to overcome that sparkling flavor without the use of sugar. So I figured I'd start with this one and work my way up through the other ones. I have a fairly strong feeling they're all going to be tea colored, because it's tea. Let's taste it out. It's alright. I was expecting to get a heavy sparkling flavor because it's a sparkling beverage, and as some of you know, I'm not really a fan of sparkling beverage, but I don't let that dissuade me from trying them. I try and take the sparkling flavor and put it to the side and review the flavor on the drink. This, you're getting a light sparkling flavor, so it's not that bad. Anything with a medium or high sparkling flavor is hard to overcome. But I'd say this has a light sparkling flavor. It's also lightly carbonated, so I'm a fan of the light carbonation. I am getting a little bit of that sparkling flavor now that I'm talking a little bit. It's kind of staying with me. And because I actually use erythritol in my regular tea on a regular basis, I can actually taste a little bit of that erythritol as well. I think it's helped pulling back on that sparkling flavor, but erythritol isn't awesome tasting either. It's still a great option to sugar, but in my tea, I usually put 1 teaspoon of regular sugar and then like 3 teaspoons of erythritol. And what about that blackberry lime? Blackberry, very light, and that lime, not even sure if I can get the lime. I gotta go in again. I was focusing too much on the sparkling flavor and erythritol. I think if anything, I'm getting a hint of lime, and probably that lime is a little bit more than the blackberry. I'm not getting too much berry out of this. Like I said before I drank it, the combination of it being sparkling and sugar-free is tough to overcome, and it's probably not something I would pick up again. I will say it is kind of smooth, so all of you that like the healthy flavor drinks, this is going to give you a healthy flavor, but for me, on the Caffeine Man rating chart, I'm going to give it a 5.5. Let's move on to the other ones, because they're all going to be better than 5.5, I'm pretty sure. Next up, we are going with the Pomegranate Mint. This is actually a green tea, so they actually do mix things up. They have some black teas, they have some green teas, or a green tea. And let me just hold up the can again, because I actually like the packaging. They really came out with some bold packaging, and I like the designs as well. I'm a graphic designer, if you didn't know. I think they did a really great job with the graphic design on here. It's nice. Let's taste it out. Same color. Much better. Is this carbonated? This is super light carbonated. I was drinking that, I was like, wait a second, are these carbonated? Because that does not taste carbonated. Even when I poured it in there, it's got some bubbles to show that it's carbonated, but this is like the lightest carbonated. Is lightest carbonated a thing? It is like the lightest carbonation I think I've had in a drink. So right off the bat, you know I'm excited about it being a low carbonation. I'm definitely getting a low to medium sparkling flavor, which is to be expected because it's a sparkling beverage. But what I'm definitely getting out of this is a light flavor, because green tea, it's a little bit lighter than the black teas, and I'm getting that mint out of it. Not really getting too much pomegranate out of it. I think I'm getting more of a sparkling flavor as a distraction from any pomegranate flavor, but that light to medium sparkling flavor is definitely being overcompensated by the mint. That mint flavor is like a medium mint flavor, and it's kind of staying with me, and it's fighting out that sparkling flavor as well. So you're actually getting a sparkling mint flavor here, and it's actually pretty good. I can actually see this growing on me. The more I drink it, the more I like it. What I also like about it is that it's not too sweet. If anything, it's undersweetened, but I think it has just enough sweetness at 12 grams to give it the right amount of sweetness for the drink. So overall, you got a really low carbonation, you got a low to medium sparkling flavor, you got a medium mint flavor, and you got a low to medium sweetness as well. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I'm going to give this one a solid 7. Moving on. Next up, we got some passion fruit berry. There we go. That's actually a little bit darker than the rest. I know I didn't hold them up, but a touch darker. All right, pretty good. This one I would actually say has the strongest flavor of black tea than the rest of them did. I mean, one of them was green tea, the other one was sugar-free. So this is the first one that I'm getting a full-on black tea flavor. It's definitely overpowering that sparkling flavor, so it has a light sparkling flavor. It also has a light carbonation. So that carbonation and sparkling, I'm not even going to talk about the carbonation anymore because it's low carbonation. All of them are lightly carbonated. So I'll focus on the flavors. It's definitely just a light sparkling flavor, which is good. It's got a medium to high black tea flavor, so you're definitely tasting the tea when you drink this, and you can actually taste the berry as well. That little bit of passion fruit's coming out, but you get a little bit of berry as well as the 12 grams of sugar in there. I think you're getting a fairly balanced drink, and I'd say that when I drink this one, it's relatively smooth and relatively clean. I'm always looking for clean drinks. I don't know if I've defined clean drinks all that well in my videos because it's hard to define. Maybe I'll just do a whole video based on clean drinks. But clean drinks are kind of smooth, they're healthy, but they don't really taste overly healthy. You can still taste the sparkling flavor in here, which makes me think healthy, but if you like sparkling flavored beverages, you're gonna like this. It's got a low sparkling flavor, medium to high black tea, probably a medium berry, and a low to medium sweetness to it. So, where's it gonna be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I'm going 7.4 for this one. Probably picked this one up before the mint, unless I just had lunch. If you have lunch, it's good to have a mint after lunch, get your breath fresher. I actually usually just have caffeine gum. Nice peppermint. Anyway, moving on. Next up, the last one on the list, Spice Chai Infusion. Look at that can. Nice bold colors, nice design, and it is Spice Chai Infusion. That name is just lit. And I gotta tell you, if you didn't know this about me, because, I don't actually tell you too many details of my life, but if you didn't, I don't think I've ever mentioned this. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Chai tea, my favorite tea. I love the stuff because it's tea. It's usually made with like milk or cream and sugar and cinnamon and spices, and it's really, really amazing. If you haven't had chai yet, I recommend it. I love the Panera chai. I think Starbucks has a decent chai. I like to make my own chai too because I find that sometimes those are better and cheaper. I don't really like the tea bag chais too much because I'm lazy. I like it all made together for you. But yeah, chai. I didn't actually learn about chai until probably my mid to late 20s. So if any of you in your mid 20s or younger and you haven't tried chai yet, I recommend trying it just once. Try something new, because in my 20s, I was so upset that I hadn't had chai earlier in my life. Now, if that isn't setting high expectations for this drink, I don't know what is. Whew, you got a lot to live up to. Oh, yeah, love chai. Let's chai it out. See what I did there? I know, it's supposed to be less taste amount, but I couldn't resist. I need like a laugh track in the background or something, because I'm in a room all by myself. I mean, I know I'm with thousands of people right now, but I'm in a room by myself. Gotta get a laugh track or something. I just smelled some cinnamon or spice or whatever those spices are in there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, that does not disappoint. I'm glad I saved this one to last. It is really good. You get that chai flavor as soon as you start drinking it. You're getting mixes of like cinnamon and cardamom and all kinds of chai spices. I mean, you might even be getting a little bit of ginger in there for that spiciness. And yeah, this, I can't. That's good chai. You're getting a light sparkling flavor to it, but I don't even mind that light sparkling flavor because you're actually getting a nice chai flavor. It's actually sweeter than I expected. The other ones were kind of a low to medium sweetness. I'd say this is a medium sweetness, trying to sneak up on high, but still kind of a medium to high sweetness, but really kind of just creeping past medium, creeping on you. As for the chai flavor, you're getting a nice medium to high chai flavor. So if you like chai, you're going to want to go with this. There's none in here. Did I try this out yet? Let's try some. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to actually having chai with milk in it. So when I try like the tea bags that don't have milk, it's just made with water, I sometimes don't think it's creamy enough. I'm definitely someone who uses cream and sugar or cream and erythritol in my tea, in my coffee. I like creamy and sweet stuff, but somehow they're getting some creaminess in here that I don't know how, but it's just a really good chai. And I'm so thrown off by it. I already went over the carbonation. You already know about the carbonation. I went over the sweetness. I went over the flavor. Yeah, I went over everything. The only thing I didn't go over was the Caffeine Man rating chart. Where's this going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I can see this making an appearance in my regular rotation. There's a lot of drinks in my regular rotation. For the Caffeine Man rating chart, giving this 8.7. And that's because it really does taste like chai. If you're someone out there who likes chai, I think you'll like this. But do know that it's not full on chai. There is a little bit of sparkling flavor in there. So if you're sensitive to sparkling flavors, it might not be for you. But if you don't mind sparkling flavors, it's definitely a good option. So there you go. That is my review on Zest Tea. It is a sparkling iced tea. I knew that going in, so I am trying not to be biased because it's a sparkling tea, but still, I think they did a great job. If you're someone who likes sparkling beverages, you're probably going to like these more than I did. You'll probably rate them just a little bit higher. And even if you don't like sparkling beverages or you think they're kind of okay, I think you should try these out because they're super healthy. Got 150 milligrams of caffeine. It's tea, and did I tell you guys they have a spiced chai infusion? Spiced chai infusion. Yeah, not much else I can say. I'm so distracted by this. So until next time, guys, have yourselves a great day. Or night.